1909. Started off as just graded surface, and they added gravel, and that broke up to the point where it got dangerous. So that, when they put down over 3 million bricks, the first Indy 500 back in 1911, the 100 was just run. Most Indy 500 wins, A.J. Foyt, Lancer Sr., Rick Mears, Jeff Gordon. He won the inaugural Brickyard 400 back in 1994, and then he went on to win 4 more after that. He has the record for the most Brickyard 400 wins at 5 of those. Very impressive. As we take a look at the pagoda, which is one of the most iconic views that you will see at a racetrack. And there is the museum that is inside, just the turn 1 and 2, the turn 1 and 2 side of this racetrack. Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum and Hall of Fame. Incredible history, over 100 years of racing at this racetrack. Mike Massaro.
Well, Jeff Gordon has certainly embraced the history of this racetrack and has made his own mark on it, for sure. But as much as this racetrack means to him, and as big a story as it is for him to come out of retirement, he said to me this morning, he goes, I'd like to enjoy it, but this is very serious. This is about Dale Earnhardt Jr., and the team feels that way as well. You can see this happen just moments ago. The team instructed the racetrack to take the sign off the garage saying the 88 and Jeff Gordon, instructing the racetrack to come up with a new sign that says 88 and Dale Earnhardt Jr. That will be put up on the garage a little bit later. They want to make sure that everyone here understands this is still about Dale Earnhardt Jr. You can even take a look at the windshield on the 88. That doesn't say Jeff Gordon. Again, Earnhardt is displayed. This is his team. The team doesn't want to lose track of that. And as much of a Hall of Famer Jeff Gordon will soon be, this is not his team today. Jeff Gordon is a substitute for the 88, filling in for a teammate who's on the sideline.
Yeah, Mike, that is about respect for Dale Earnhardt Jr. When you have a driver that is injured, you're not taking his seat. You are helping him out. You are a temporary fill-in, trying to help Dale Jr. and this team out, and that's just showing respect to Dale Jr. The respect he's earned, and that's the right thing to do.
Such a big story that Jeff Gordon would substitute for Dale Earnhardt Jr. for the next 2 races. It's already been announced that he will also be running at Pocono next week.
You know, the thing that I thought was interesting, and I believe it's true, you know, what Jeff Gordon's got to do, I think the hardest thing for Jeff Gordon's going to be qualifying.
Right.
Because the intensity that you have to bring to qualifying, you've got to go find some speed. You've got to go pick that speed up. And the way this format works, you got to sleep on it. You know, you're going to practice today and then go qualify tomorrow. So that is a high-intensity qualifying session, and he's going to have to find a way to bring that intensity to that qualifying.
You mentioned qualifying, the Rocket Man. Ryan Newman has been so good in qualifying in his career. Also an Indiana native, so back home in his home state of Indiana, a Purdue graduate. We flash back to Ryan Newman in 2013. Pit strategy coming into play. Newman in the 39 takes 2 tires. And in the end, it was the right choice. And he gets to do the ceremonial kissing of the lips. And Ryan Newman also very much in the story right now as far as getting into the chase. Right there was one of the drivers in points in 13th, 50 above the cut line. But Ryan Newman hasn't been able to get to victory lane yet. Right now being consistent, and that's working out for him. It's worked out for him the past 2 years.
And this is going to be a balance as these crew chiefs and drivers are going to have to play, because this is the Brickyard. This isn't another race. This is an event. You don't win the Brickyard 400. You become the champion of the Brickyard 400, much like the Daytona 500. So that chase grid is very much on the minds of these drivers and crew chiefs. But at what point do you take a bigger gamble than normal to win arguably the second biggest race of the year?
Right. And on the chase grid, we still have Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 16th. Well, he's not going to race this weekend. He's coming out. Right. So just move that up and move Trevor Bayne into 16th. And look how many points Ryan Blaney is behind Trevor Bayne. 2 points. Casey Kane, another 6 points. So Kyle Larson, just a few points.
Right.
So, I mean, the battle for that final spot is going to really, really get hot and heavy. And to your point, like, Do you forget it? Do you forget that? Say, to heck with points, I have a chance to gamble and win this race, or do you try to get the conservative finish? And that is a tough question to answer.
Well, the better way to do it is do what this 14 and Tony Stewart did. You win a race, you're in the chase, and now he can gamble as much as he wants, and we've seen this all year long. The helmets that Tony Stewart's going to wear in the final year. He has a whole array of helmets he's going to wear at different events. We saw last week in New Hampshire, he had one with some of the likeness of Greg Zipadelli, a former crew chief, a longtime friend. And this one here is going to be one of the most special. AJ,
especially to him. Yeah.
There's a reason Tony Stewart drives a 14. It's AJ Foyt's number. I mean, look at the Wood brothers are tweeting about it. The old gold leaf letters.
Oh, yeah. Look at the Coyote logo on the back. I mean, that's old school right there.
That's that right there sums up Tony Stewart. In his final year, he doesn't want gifts. He doesn't want to go up on the stage and be presented gifts. He's going to give gifts. He's going to have all these helmets, and he wants to give them to people that are special to him, that meant a lot to him over his racing career. And I think that it's an easy comparison between Tony Stewart and AJ Foyt, both no-nonsense racers.
His hero growing up, AJ Foyt, that's why he drives the number 14. Foyt's number. Tony Stewart has always admired what AJ Foyt was able to accomplish behind the wheel.